Coming up on Oily Trash Movies.
Did she eat her dad?
Oh my god. Oh my god! What the hell's happening?
What the heck?
Alright, 3, 2, 1, and go! Hello, and welcome to Oily Trash Movies. This is the only podcast where Bubble doesn't know how to record herself. Are we good?
Yeah, I just pressed record. We're good.
Okay, welcome to Oily Trash Movies. This is the only podcast that has now been running for over 1 year. We love to watch bad movies and say unfunny things the entire time. We are your hosts. I'm Daddy WarBux.
And I'm Bublegum Barbie.
Gosh, this is season 2 of Oily Trash Movies. We have a lot of great content coming down this year. We got regular episodes, we've got bonus episodes, we've got serious episodes, and we've got a movie coming out.
Oh my god, like, what movie are we watching? Chompy.
So, last week we did nothing. This is our first ever episode for the year, and we're going to be watching a movie called Chompy and the Girls. What do we know about this movie?
Oh my goodness. So it is an hour and 29 minutes long. It's a comedy horror. It's a troubled woman who meets her father for the first time, and their encounter goes from awkward to alarming when they witness a man swallow the little girl whole.
Alright, so this is about a woman who's been Ryan Ashed
So sad.
and reunites with her father. Do we need to say anything else before we jump into this?
Yeah, so the last movie we watched was They Crawl Beneath. Did you want to add anything to that?
No, I have nothing more to add to that movie.
It was a terrible movie. I wouldn't recommend watching it. I mean, I don't hate that I watched it, but I also don't love that I watched it.
It's just a bland, forgettable movie. It had nothing going for it.
Yeah, it didn't.
It wasn't particularly incompetent, but it also wasn't particularly memorable. So, yeah, I have no rewrites or further commentary to add to They Crawl Beneath.
Yeah, so I would recommend watching Tremors over They Crawl Beneath. It's just don't even, like, just look at it, look at the cover, and then move on to Tremors. That's it. That's all I wanted to say about that. Let's go.
Oh my god. Wait, this is her Alt F4 note.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no!
No, don't Alt F4. I do dig her really interesting outfit. Hey, it's you! Did you see that?
It was a picture of me? What?
No, there was a rock with a cigarette.
Oh. We're gonna have to cut all this from the YouTube release, unfortunately.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, jeez.
Well, she did not succeed.
So I have no idea what to expect with this movie. This might actually be good. Alright. Well, this looks like an indie shot here with somebody. It's like the director's home.
Yeah.
This guy looks like a serial killer.
He does. He looks like a guy who would Ryan Ash his children.
Oh man, those are the same cheap-ass blinds that I hung in my house when I first moved in.
You, like, hung those? Didn't they just come with the house? Like,
No, my house had no blinds when I moved in. And then I hung those blinds.
Those exact ones? Is this your house?
Yeah. This could be my house with all those pizza boxes and the spoiled milk.
Oh my gosh! Look at her spoiled milk. That's disgusting. Oh, she has that iconic woman in her t-shirt. I don't know who she is, but I know who she is. She, like, did something or invented something.
I feel like a true depressed person would have way more garbage than just a few empty beer bottles.
Yeah, I feel that too. There would be rodents just walking through.
It's not dinner food.
This woman's a bitch.
Yeah.
What? Is this the Alt F4 girl?
Yeah, it is.
We didn't have...
How did she find him?
Yeah, that wasn't clarified at all.
She went on Facebook and saw his number posted up, because boomers be like that.
Maybe she found this out before before the movie started, and that's why she was Alt F4ing.
Oh. I mean, I knew my whole life. Yeah, I tracked you down about 6 months ago, and it turns out...
Wait, She knew her whole life, but she found him 6 months ago.
Yeah, okay, writers.
Oh,
The random extra in the background with the pink, bright jacket.
Oh my god, I bet that's the girl that gets eaten.
Oh my god. Yeah, it is.
Who's that on your T-shirt?
she murdered her family with an axe in the 1800s.
Oh yeah, wow. Wow, Bubba, what an amazing person you recognize.
I obviously do not know my history.
Oh shit.
Oh? Oh, look at his big ol' mouth! Oh my gosh.
I think I would be more confused than scared.
Right.
Like what the fuck did I just see? She bit into the paper.
Why? Is it the directors were like, okay, chomp this sandwich.
Yeah, I bet you that's exactly why. Oh my god!
My gosh. How did he find her? Does he have magical powers? Oh, that's gross.
Help, I'm being chased by Chompy.
Who is that?
This is almost surreal in its absurdity.
Who is that?
And she has no hands on the wheel.
Oh, there's a little girl.
That's the same girl, right? She's in pink.
Yeah. Yeah, it is exactly the same girl. Is she a zombie now? Is this a zombie movie?
I can't imagine. Oh my goodness, this is the kind of party Aunt Mum has.
Oh my goodness. Holy water. Did you see that big old bottle of holy water?
Man, look at all these Jesus pictures.
Jesus.
He's like, yeah, it's ecstasy. We're tripping.
Oh, props to him. He didn't get paid enough to, like, bite that hairy leg. Why didn't she just park in the garage?
The wide open garage.
Like, that empty, yeah, the empty, spacious garage.
My favorite was that all of the shelves in the garage were completely empty.
What time is it?
No.
It's ragtime because it's
Absolutely zero shots of her actually playing that piano.
Did she eat her dad?
Oh my god. Oh my god, what the hell's happening?
What the heck?
Maybe the little girl's evil and Chompy was trying to consume her so that he could contain her evilness.
Children are evil. Did the snake boots save him? He's a child?
Dude, this movie doesn't make any sense so far.
He's asking them to go enter his mouth.
Oh my goodness. This is like some being John Malkovich shit.
okay.
Jackson, you don't.
That was gross.
We needed the shot of her like legs sticking out.
Yeah, and her wiggling them.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
Welcome to my mouth.
This is Lovecraftian.
I am in pursuit of a Rixella, a shadow parasite attached to
Chompy was the good guy. Take care, comb your hair. Bye.
Remember the mace directly in that little girl's face. Bye.
Oh my god, is she gonna run over Chompy and kill him now by mistake? Oh, that.
Oh my god. She did run him over. What an idiot character.
The classic late night diner scene. So the problem I'm having right now is that there seems to be no threat.
Well, the little girl is the threat.
Yeah, well, it's just like this nebulous little girl that's out in the world.
A humankind is on a threat with this little girl who's going and eating everybody and transforming him into herself, into children. Do you want a world with a bunch of children? I don't, War.
Oh god, no. She's like a worse version of Agent Smith.
I'm lost.
Oh my god!
Gosh.
This is stupid. I don't care about this.
I don't care about this either.
And the wife's a bitch anyway, so, like, I want them to get divorced.
Yeah, me too. She killed Chompy. I have no sympathy for this character.
She doesn't even appreciate him buying sandwiches that she ends up wolfing down.
Oh no! The power of love! Oh my gosh, what if she has baby girl hands?
Oh, you're right. She does have a baby girl hand.
What is it? Oh my god.
It's the Rixella.
Show it.
That is it. It's like this weird glow around her. Wait, how'd she get back inside the house? Oh, they're all her now.
Oh my god.
They're all gonna Alt F4 together by hopping in the Chompy mouth.
She saved the world. Oh no, they're trapped there forever.
Well, definitely went in a direction that I wasn't expecting.
It did, yeah.
Oh my god! It's the noose!
The noose is saving the day.
She's gonna put it around her neck, and then he's gonna be pulling from the outside.
She's gonna be like, yeah, finally.
That was actually pretty interesting how the Alt F4 rope ended up being her salvation at the end. That's a pretty good setup and payoff.
Yeah, it is.
Everybody's redeemed.
Uh-huh. Besides her, besides the wife.
I think I need help.
Her arc is that she goes to rehab now. I hated this movie. This
movie sucked.
Oh look, there's the end that she wrote at the beginning. Alright, so wow, this movie did not do it for me. It was certainly, I give it props for original screenplay. I feel like the first act didn't set up anything, and then the rest of the movie just became a complete mess.
I also give props for this movie for being bizarre, but the plot didn't make sense. The characters were fine. They established their characters. They were very unique in their own way.
Okay, so the premise of this movie is that they see this Chompy character who was actually some sort of interdimensional demon hunter, and that the girl he ate was possessed by a parasite that they defeat in the end somehow by climbing into Chompy's mouth, which is a portal to another dimension.
It was an indie film.
I don't know, I think the main problem is, and we talk about this a lot, is that there really were no stakes. I didn't feel that the characters were in danger at any point. And even when they were being stalked by all those little girls, I don't think little girls, though annoying, they're not threatening. Especially when you have the scene where our heroin addict girl just runs through the house and punches everyone in the face and throws them all to the ground indiscriminately. So they obviously cannot overpower you. And they just completely didn't show how any of them began to possess the other people. It always happened off screen. I think it makes sense that she might have been able to get Sam because he was genuinely under the belief that she was a little girl who needed help. But the mother, Deborah, or the wife, knew and was terrified and was trying to fend off the little girls when she began to be possessed and got her baby hand. So how did that happen? I don't know. Were there the themes of this movie? I guess are I don't know that either. Like that our main character had given up on life, but needed to depend on family, maybe? I've got no clue what I'm supposed to walk away from this movie with.
I don't think you're supposed to walk away with anything. Oh, this was a SAG film? I mean, yeah, it makes sense. The actors weren't bad.
The actors were great, that is true.
The main lead, she was fantastic. I believed her. I believe that she was mentally insane, which is props to her. The father, he was a wuss, totally, really nailed that. The wife was just unlikable, which was perfect.
Even the little girl was a good actress. I would say was a good child actress, which is a hard thing to find.
Yeah, the little girl was for a good child actress. Yeah. It is very hard. I was waiting for it, and she actually did really good. The fact that I didn't comment as soon as she started saying her lines, it was perfectly fine. The threat, I agree with you. It wasn't terrifying at all. Specifically, the fact that they were able to put a mattress over the door and that was security enough tells you that these girls are not terrifying. Although they'll hurt your self-esteem, I don't think that's really a huge threat. That's all little 10 and 12-year-old girls could do is just hurt your self-esteem.
Yeah, you know what? That actually would have been threatening if like they were just little girls surrounding them, like shouting insults.
Yeah, it's specifically when our main lead has obvious mental issues.
And our man character has self-esteem issues. He doesn't stand up for himself.
Yeah, he's afraid of his wife.
But none of that was explored.
Yeah. Man.
Let me spill some diagnostics on this movie. So we have a parasite that is assimilating and making everybody the same. And generally, when you have that as a threat, which we can look at either They Live, or Invasion of the Body Snatchers, or Agent Smith from The Matrix, what that's generally a metaphor for is conformity, or on the other side of the coin, loss of individuality. And in The Matrix, it represented the rigid structure. You know, maybe you could take that as corporate world overtaking and everybody becomes faceless bodies in suits, or everybody in the Body Snatcher becomes part of a single entity. The fact of everybody being assimilated to a little girl, or this parasite is assimilating them all, has seemingly, from a first watch, no thematic connection to anything in the movie. And that's why I didn't like it. You could have perhaps used the little girl and the conformity and the assimilation as maybe you could parallel it to her time in the army, and the reason she didn't succeed in the army was because they want everybody to march in step, and they want, you know, you're not an individual, and I'm, you know, I wear my leather jacket, I'm a punk, I'm a rebel, it didn't fit for me. And in that, if that was where the story went, then the threat is, okay, this little girl and this assimilation represents the loss of everybody's individuality, as opposed to some like nebulous threat against humanity, which is something that I don't care about. And you know, again, this movie was really interesting. It's bizarre, but I don't think it is deep. And the fact that it seems so shallow makes it uninteresting, and the ending is unsatisfying, and the ramp up of tension is unsatisfying, and the threat feels just completely inconsequential.
It would have been awesome. I mean, I'm pretty sure that this, because the child actress was pretty good, you could have given her a direction of her being like a possessed child, especially going with the holy church or holy party. That's terrifying. This was not. And I think it's because the child was not scary.
I think you could have saved this if you developed the Rixella character instead of just having like sort of a throwaway line where Lotus essentially guesses and just pulls the first interdimensional name that comes to his mind, and that's just what it is. Like we should have learned about the Rixella, and you know, you could have had Lotus sort of explain what it is and why it's threatening. Because again, I don't think just the sheer fact that it turns people to little girls is necessarily something to be concerned about. And it's like, well, what, like, to what end? What is its motive? And we don't have that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they have the practical effects by making that weird mouth. That was pretty much the only thing we saw, which was also CGI. So the team was capable of doing this. They had a colorist, you know, it's very possible. And I would have liked for this film to bring that team forward a little more and really focus on that a lot more and see what they can create. Like, okay, we have Lotus who is saying this multi-dimensional things. What can we build with that? What creatures can we make? What threat can we make for our characters to be terrified and chasing and running away? It wasn't there. I think that was the fail. I think the director and the producers probably didn't have enough faith on that team, and I think it failed, even though they succeeded with the character Chompy.
Yeah, you know what? I think that this movie is a bad bait and switch because we were lured by the premise of Chompy and this goofy looking guy with a big giant face that's eating people. And then the moment we learn what he is, he immediately dies, and then the whole third act of the movie is us versus this little girl. This shouldn't. I guess the name of the movie is Chompy and the Girls, and then it goes from Chompy to the Girls. But I signed on for this movie because of Chompy and to just so unceremoniously discard his character.
It did. I think that's exactly what it is. I think the director, I think to fix this movie goes back to spare parts. If they were to have a different director, I think it would have succeeded a little more. And if they were to have a little more faith on their practical effects and CGI and their crew, I think it would have done way better. I think this movie failed because they didn't believe in their practical effects team, their colorist, their CGI. Yeah, it was a fail. It was a fail.
I don't think I would recommend this. I love the actors and the performances, but I just didn't care for the story. This movie wasn't horrible though, but it was kind of boring, and the fact that there were no threats it made me feel like this was a waste of time.
The fact that Chompy,
The fact that Chompy died.
yeah, and he wasn't really in the movie. Like, you think about it, like, he was there for like in the park for like a split second, and then he's there. He's just walking really menacingly through the alleyway of the LA neighborhoods, and then he dies. Like, finally, he's in the garage. He has this moment, and boom, ran over by the wife. And yeah, don't watch this because we tuned in for Chompy. We did not get Chompy. Don't watch this movie.
We want more Chompy. Not enough Chompy in this Chompy movie. And you know what? I feel like this motif of people biting things should have been a little bit more prevalent. Because we had the woman biting into the sandwich, we had the mouse that was eating Banana Man, and we had this guy biting that dude's leg. As for the review of the movie, I'm gonna give this 3 buckets of oil. This definitely ranks as oily for me, even though it wasn't as bad as some of the bad movies we've seen. But the fact that this doesn't even warrant a recommendation. It is definitely on the oily scale.
For me, because it is bizarre and I appreciate bizarre and original idea, it is going to rank a little higher than I would have. But the fact that it was a bait and switch and I didn't get enough Chompy, I'm going to rate this 2 buckets of oil. It was bad. Actually, I might even do 1 because I wouldn't recommend this to anybody. Because it's like, look, listen, it's not what you think it is. It's not. It's not this fun, cool thing that is just bizarre. I mean, it is bizarre, but
I wanted a goofy comedy horror where the monster is this guy with a ridiculous latex mouth. That's what I was hoping for.
right. And I just wanted them to like for it to be off the wall. Oh, that's another thing. I mentioned that the third act was gonna go off the rails, or hoping that it would have, for it to be an amazing movie. It did not. It actually was lame than I expected. It didn't go into what I expected it would have gone, but there was no ramp up. There was nothing. It was nothing. I'm gonna remember this movie because it's bizarre. Chompy was so bizarre, but that's it. Just Chompy, which I didn't get. Don't watch this movie. Save yourself.
Yeah, we had one scene where Chompy actually ate somebody.
Yeah, this movie,
One single scene.
one single scene for maybe 10 seconds. This movie was so bad, I wouldn't even recommend it to my worst enemy.
Oh, but you're only giving it 1 bucket of oil, but you wouldn't even recommend it.
Oh, wait! Oh, shit! It would be 10 buckets of oil. It was so bad.
It's been so long you've forgotten how our completely simple rating system works.
I've forgotten how our rating system works. Yeah, I meant to say 9 buckets of oil. I didn't like this movie
Okay.
because the fact that it was a bait and switch. I want to go back to 10 buckets of oil. I wouldn't recommend this movie to anybody.
Wow. 10 buckets of oil is worse than what you gave Cryo and Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, because it's a bait and switch. I'm mad. I wanted more Chompy. I didn't get it. I am not so angry because the actors were good enough and they were pretty great actors. But gosh, it's the only thing that saved this movie was their acting.
All right, well, I think that's all we have to say about Chompy and the Girls. Neither of us recommend this movie. Extremely negative review from Bubble. I also didn't like it. I don't think it is as abysmal as some of the other absolute garbage we've watched, but I think that's where we stand on this. Do you have anything more to add?
I love Chompy. I love Chompy. I wanted more Chompy. And the fact that I didn't get the Chompy that I wanted, I am furiously mad. I may watch the second Chompy #2 if there's just Chompy.
Chompy
Yeah,
Reborn.
Chompy Reborn. And we're essentially following Chompy saving the world. It would have been great. That would have been great.
All right, take care, comb your hair. Bye.
And remember to mace directly in that little girl's face. Bye!
Bye.
Oh shit, I need to stop recording.